Mike, check 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and man, I gotta say, today kicked my butt. As I mentioned this morning, I'm doing a renovation on one of my bathrooms, and today was demo day. And if you've ever gone through a renovation, you will know that demo day can be exciting, but it can also be one of the more scary days of a renovation, especially when you have an older house, because that's when you get to see all of the surprises that lie waiting for you behind those walls. Now, luckily for me, I didn't see anything that made my hair stand on end. My house has very good bones, so I'm grateful for that. And it looks like it should be a very clean process. Hopefully we'll be able to get this knocked out in about a week. But that kind of ate up a good chunk of my day. So didn't really get to do as much game hunting as I had hoped, which sucks. But I did find some deals online for some really cool stuff, some really cool NES stuff, some really cool Game Boy stuff, as well as some N64 stuff. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm really just trying to buy games that I can flip. Hopefully there's enough meat on some of these games that maybe I can flip them, even if it's for a 15% profit or so. So we'll see what I'm able to do. If I'm not able to flip them, perhaps I can take them into one of my local game stores, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and perhaps trade them, use them as trade credit to some of the Super Nintendo games that I'm actually looking to add into my collection. So I'm trying to go a different route. I'm trying to go out of the box with this whole collecting strategy. So we'll see where that takes us. But for now, the fam and I, we are actually staying in another section of the house. So we decided to go and just move into another portion of the house for now while the bathroom gets renovated. And so I'm in my game room trying to think about which systems I want to bring to that other section, because normally I keep all of my games in this game room, but I'm gonna have to be in another section where I don't have any video games. So I have some choices that I need to make, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to bring one of my systems down, either my PS3. I'm definitely not taking my Sega Saturn or my Sega CD anywhere, but I'm tempted to bring my Xbox to that section of the house, because I'm actually setting it up in my old game room. I have 0 video games in that room now, so I'm thinking either my Xbox is what I'm thinking about bringing down there, or perhaps my N64 is what I'm thinking about bringing down there. Those are the two that I am thinking about bringing down to go ahead and get my game on this weekend, because I do plan on doing some gaming, and I did want to go retro. Now, I did bring a couple of my minis to that part of the house because, those are super plug and play. You could just pop them in, get them going, and start playing them right away. But let's just face it. My reflexes are not what they used to be, and I'm getting destroyed in games like Lightning Force. Some of these older games are just kicking my butt, man. I can't hang anymore. So a part of me is thinking, you know what, I'm just going to stick with the minis and then perhaps grab some Switch games and go Switch mode. I'm already in the middle of playing Chrono Trigger. I've actually gotten to that part of Chrono Trigger where you're in that city of the future where it's dystopian and there's no food, and you get the seed. Now you find that robot Robo, and he joins the crew. So that's where I'm up to. I forgot, I think it's the ruins. I think that's the part that I'm up to. I don't know if I'm how far along I am in the game. It feels like I'm roughly around 30 to 35% through the game. I could be wrong. If you've ever beaten Chrono Trigger, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if I'm close, if I'm halfway through, partway through. I don't know. I've never gone this far in Chrono Trigger before. So a big part of me is thinking, you know what, maybe I'll just play through some Chrono Trigger. But then another part of me is thinking, you know what, bro, why don't you take your Switch down, grab The Messenger, which is a game that I've been wanting to get back into. And I may just do a little some DS, maybe a little bit of Switch, and then the minis as a backup. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So some Switch, some DS, And then I'm going to bring down my Sega Genesis Mini, my Sega Genesis Mini 2, and my Super Nintendo Mini. So that will give me like my retro fix. I have the DS for like my handheld fix, and then I'll have my Switch with me for the more modern stuff. So when it comes to the Switch games that I'm going to be bringing down to play over the weekend, I do want to get, so I'm the type of person that I don't like, you know, depending on the game, I might get stuck on it for a long period of time, but I like to change games up after a while. I might play a game for a couple of hours, but then I just might get stagnant, things might get stale, and I might want to switch it up. So that's why I'm bringing a few games down for when I feel like it's time to switch it up. So The Messenger is definitely one that I'm going to bring down. Let me see, what else do I want to bring down? I think I'm going to... let's see. I'm thinking about opening this copy of Blasphemous 2. I said I was gonna get do the digital download and keep this one sealed, but screw that. I think I'm actually gonna get this going, plug this in, or actually open this up and actually play this one. I still haven't beaten Blasphemous 1 yet, so I don't know if it even makes sense for me to open up part 2 yet, but I'm really interested in trying out some of the new weapons that you get in Blasphemous 2. So I'm tempted. The Messenger, Blasphemous 2, those are two that I'm thinking about getting into. What else am I thinking? Can't play Ring Fit this weekend, so I think I'm gonna leave that alone for now. But let's see. I feel like I need to get a good RPG. There's nothing like a good story, right? To kind of relax you, and I think I found the one I want to get into again, and that is Ease. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of Ease. So I got my RPG, I got my Metroidvania, I've got my Ninja style, Stealth Ninja. One more, let's see, one more, and I think I am good. Let me see, what else am I thinking about that? And let me know down in the comments. You know what? Found it. I needed a good shoot 'em up, and nothing funnier than some Freedom Fingers. So I think this is what I'm going to be doing going Switch mode. So I've got these 3 games that I've already been playing, or I've played in the past. We've got The Messenger, we've got Freedom Finger, we got Ease, La Cramo Saldana. Did I say that right? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. And then Blasphemous 2. If I get to it, I'll pop this bad boy open and get some Blasphemous in. So yeah, that's where I'm at this weekend. I wish I had more to share. I wish I could say how amazing this day was. But tomorrow I do have a pretty cool video set for you all. I'm going to be putting one together. I usually like to put a little bit, like as I said the other day, a little bit more elbow grease into some of those videos. So stay tuned. Be sharing some cool information and just catching the Y2K crew up on what I've got going on. But for now, it's the Y2K Collector. Hopefully you had a positive and productive Saturday. I am beat. I'm going to go shower, and then I'm going to get my game on, and then I'm going to knock out. Y'all take it easy.